trying to get the very last light to turn off on my dashboard. Check engine light is off. All the other dumb lights are off. The only thing left is the secondary restraint system light, the SRS light, which I've read it with my code reader, and what it tells me is that it's a switch in the old seatbelt receiver here. So I got one of these, and it took forever to get this from Harbor Freight. It took like 3 weeks to get this thing. Pittsburgh tool. And what it is one of those, they're Torx heads, but they got a hole drilled in them for these like security screws that hold your seatbelts together. And I have no idea if this video is actually going anywhere. So we'll start off by getting a look at this. See those two screws? Those are those safety security screws. This is a T10. So let's get this apart and see what we got in here. Get my big old noggin out of the way. There's only 2 screws that hold this together. Don't mind the filth and dug here. It's signs of life, you know. Life happens in this car. Take that apart. Ooh. Well, that is incredibly gruesome. It's full of hair and soda pop and probably methamphetamine. Let me clean all that crap out and see if I can get it to act any different. I don't understand how this is our problem. Just take the probe off my multimeter and see if I can get this crap out of here. This is really disgusting. Somebody's DNA. See, there's only one set of contacts in this switch. So it's either working or it isn't. This is what I don't quite get. Hotter than Dolly's underboobs out here today. Right. The old code reader. Whoops. No, it's not. Code reader. Plug that in. See if we can reset that code. Boop. Bleep, bleep. We're going to go to the SRS, which is the secondary restraint system. I'm going to try to reset it by pressing the red key. It's going to say which vehicle. I'm going to say Honda. Yes. Oh yes, we do want to proceed. The race was successful. I'm not showing it's successful. The stupid light's still on the dashboard. We're gonna hose it down with this, see if that helps any. It's kind of sticky. Again. So I got thinking, maybe my little code reader isn't capable of resetting this error and getting rid of the Bubblegum King on my dashboard. So let's try using the old tried and true with the little yellow plug that's in the fuse block. And back there is the fuse block, and you see this yellow plug? Let's pull that out. Doesn't really hook to anything. It's just there to be able to reset this code. So this is kind of tricky to do while watching the dash. Basically, you short those 2 pins out, then you turn the key on. Your SRS light will come on. When it goes out, you unplug your jumper wire. When it comes back on, you plug it back in. Keep doing that until it blinks a few times, and that means it's reset. There's better videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. Go ahead and short it out. Turn it on. Wait for the blinky blinks. Off, so I unplug it. On, so I plug it back in. Off, so I unplug it. On, so I plug it back in. All right, let's see, did it work? It did all the blinky blinks. Holy cow. I think it reset. All right, so the problem I was having earlier is that my code reader, even though it says it will not reset that code. So we'll see how long it stays out. So I've had a few people ask me, why in the world are you even bothering to try and fix this? Isn't the seatbelt covered under a lifetime warranty from Honda? And the answer to the question is, I do not like going to Honda. They are con men and scam artists. The last time I went to Honda, it was to get the airbag recalled. They came back with their free multi-point inspection with about $2,000 worth of repairs I needed, including stuff like replace the rear struts, which I had less than 500 miles on my rear struts. Interestingly enough, that SRS light was on when I took it in there, and they never even checked that. That was not part of their multi-point inspection. If I take it down there, they're going to keep my car for several hours. They're going to try and charge me a $100, $200 diagnostic fee. They're going to dick around with the car. They're going to give me a bunch of upsell crap. So frankly, if it's not terribly difficult and it's parts I can get reasonably cheaply, I'm not interested in going to the dealership, not even if it's under a recall or anything like that. I had a Honda Accord years ago that the key switch crapped out, and it was a $15 part on eBay, and it cost me 30 minutes to fix it. Whereas if I'd have taken it to the dealership, it would have taken me all day, and they would have tried to sell me a million things. I cannot stand going to the dealership. And it's not because they don't know what they're doing. They do know what they're doing. It's because their business model revolves around them trying to upsell you things, particularly on warranty and recall items. When they have a recall or a warranty, that's costing the shop money. They're having to tie up a mechanic doing work that they're really not going to get paid much from. Honda of America is not going to give them a whole lot of money for doing that repair, so they need to upsell you. They need to do this. It's part of their business model. And I don't go to dealerships. I don't buy cars from dealerships. I don't get service from dealerships. I don't go to dealerships. That's me. I'm not telling you what to do, but I've been asked why I'm addressing this seatbelt in this way. You guys saw, took me 30 minutes to fix it. Took me longer to figure out how to reset the light than it did to fix the actual issue. And it's just because it had crud in it. And they probably would have come back and said, well, this is not a failed component. You dumped something in it, you know? So then they're going to try and charge me $10,000 for a $2 switch. So that's about it this week for Scavenger Type. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe. We've set up a Instagram account, so you can follow us on Instagram now. And I say we, I mean me. Speaking in the royal we, all of us. Got some fun stuff coming up soon. We'll see you next time on Scavenger Type. Like and subscribe.